Hey, Rachel. So question number 6.
Thomas is here too.
Thomas is here too, he says. So question number 6 in your guys' assignment number 1. We never really talked much about. This is in lesson 7 on my website. It's the very last question. We just never had time to get to it. So I'm just going to quickly go through this. So hopefully it makes sense for that. So this one says find the slopes of both lines that pass through point 2, 9. Their tangent to the parabola y is equal to 2x minus x squared. Sketch the tangents. All right. So we're looking for a point that's kind of right there, right? Point, that one. So what we gotta do is figure out the derivative of this first. This y is equal to 2x minus x squared, because that's the slope, right? That's the formula. The derivative is telling us where the slope is anywhere on that line. So what we want to find that is at 2 points, so at this point and at this point. So if I can make sense of what's happening on this sheet.
I already found the derivative.
Yes, so the derivative right here, so y is equal to 2x minus x squared. The derivative is equal to this, right? dy dx is equal to 2 minus 2x. Now what we need to do, so now that we know that, it's written in green here, right? If we set up our just normal slope formula, so just y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and then plug in the y that we know and the x that we know from the point, right? That is the point 2 and 9. That's what's happening there. And then make them equal to each other.
Okay.
And now the part that's just like, that's kind of tricky that you might have to remember here is that now we've got, in this equation, we've got x's and we've got just a y that's sitting there, and that y we can't really deal with. So what we need to do is replace that y in terms of x's. So Thomas, what would go in place of that y?
2 minus the original equation?
Right, the original equation. Y is equal to 2x minus x squared. So that's what's going to go in place of that. So if I scroll down a little.
So that equals y.
So now you've got, this was just y, right? Minus 9, x minus 2. We've got a bunch of x's. So now we just need to solve for x.
You have a bunch of x's?
A bunch of x's? I do have a lot of x's,
That's
yeah.
unfortunate.
Alright, so got a bunch of x's. If you solve for x, you end up having a term like this. Just make it equal to 0. We can solve for it, x is equal to 5 and x is equal to negative 1. These are 2 different points that we want to figure out the slopes for those points. So if I go down a little bit more.
Cross multiply thingamajigger there?
Oh, just solve for x. No, you normally would. You bring x up here. I don't recommend cross multiplying. It was just cross multiply. Yeah, I didn't
Why
do
is
this.
that there?
This is the other teacher's notes that I got for
done
that.
that.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking with that. Like why cross multiply?
So just move the x.
Just solve for x. Yeah, don't ignore the cross multiply thing.
Okay.
Well, you can do that because really all you're doing is 1 times that and that times that. Different way of thinking about it, I guess. I don't know.
What does that give you? Like, doesn't seem like it's helpful.
I agree. Okay, so we've got 2 slopes that correspond to these 2 points, right? Now we just need to find the slopes of those 2 points.
Yeah, so then
The
you solve.
slope is equal to the derivative of f of x, so 2 minus 2x. So let's put 5 in place of f of x. So that's going to be minus 8. So that's going to be one of our slope. So when x is equal to 5, it's minus 8. Put negative 1 in there, it's 4. So we've got 2 slopes, negative 8 and 4.
Alright, give me a second to solve this.